Hey Denver, here's what's happening in your city now. In the early morning hours in parks across the city, volunteers prepare to harvest the day's crop. For Barbara Masoner, co-director and founder of Grow Local Colorado, this time is best served for those in the greatest need.
Grow Local was started 12 years ago. We were provided one bed here in Civic Center Park by Parks and Recreation. The whole idea of the garden was to provide food for those in need and show sustainability. So by growing our food locally, we're reducing our carbon footprint and we're sharing it with those most in need. You know, it was a slow start, as is true of any organization, but the support has really built up. Now we have a variety of partners. We have over 400 volunteers every year help us maintain our garden sites. We are constantly being contacted by organizations looking for something for their employees to do to give back to the community. So we have finally found our foothold.
From the start, Grow Local Colorado established their gardens as a model for others to follow, keeping in mind a single garden can yield a crop with a lot of extra produce. Grow Local works with volunteers to ensure nothing goes to waste and that every garden is designed to meet the community's needs.
We provide our produce from our 17 different garden sites to 12 partnering organizations. They include Metro Caring, they include Same Cafe, Community Ministry.
Since 2009, Grow Local Colorado established a unique public-private partnership, a private organization growing food on public land with the goal to donate crops to communities that may not have access to fresh fruits and vegetables.
So we want our gardens to be as beautiful as possible, especially in the parks. In fact, a lot of people, they don't even realize that we have vegetable gardens here in the center of the city just because they blend in with the others. So aesthetics is really important. But then we also contact the organization that's going to receive this produce and we say, what do your clients like? So we try to tailor each garden to who it's going to go to.
A benefit of growing food locally is keeping the crop fresh. As soon as produce is harvested, the nutritional value begins to drop.
On average, our food travels 1,500 miles to get to our plate. Well, if you are reducing that mileage, like when I harvest this morning, that nutritive value is still high versus, you know, having sat in a truck and then sat in a storage room and then sat on the grocery shelf. So we're providing our neighbors in need with more fresh produce.
The care put into the gardens is a labor of love, one that is often passed on by those who receive this precious and vital gift.
A few years ago, I was taking all of our harvest to one of the small food pantries in our community. And so I was going past a long line, and that's the sad truth, there's always a long line. I was going through it with these huge boxes full of greens, and one elderly woman stopped me. She said, "Those are beautiful. I haven't seen greens that beautiful since I helped my grandmother in her garden." She said, "I'm going to fix these for my grandchildren today." So, you know, just kind of that full circle. Someone who knew how to use those greens, she was going to give that back to her grandchildren.
The Denver community has been very supportive of the gardens and shown great respect and consideration for their place in the parks.
It's amazing, in the time that we have been growing here for 12 years, we've never had vandalism in these gardens. People really like this idea of food going to someone in need. We have a large population of unhoused people that are in this part of town. Many of them have come up to us when we're volunteering and cleaning the garden saying, "Thank you so much for what you do." And last year when we were planting here at Civic Center, some guys that were volunteering with a local corporation, they said if this were to happen in their hometown, Kansas City, when they would come back the next day, there wouldn't be any plants. So it speaks volumes to our community and how people understand, they're compassionate.
New volunteers are welcome and encouraged to get involved today. Just visit growlocalcolorado.org or email Barbara at growlocalcolorado.org.
We all can make a difference, and it could be that you're helping us here in the gardens, tending it. It's that you're taking our produce to a food pantry. It's that you're growing in your own backyard and sharing. There's so many ways to give in our community. It's easy to find opportunities. Just get out there, get involved, and it is so rewarding. That's why I've been doing this for 12 years.
For more stories and the latest full episode of Your City Now, check out Denver's YouTube page or tune in to denver8.tv.